I got a death grip right now on the side of this thing. I'm a little bit nervous.
Oh man, how incredible is this? Colt, how the heck did I convince you to do this?
I don't really know. As soon as we took off, I was like, I instantly regret everything that we're doing right now, but now that we're here, we're good. I'm chilling now. I just can't look down. If I don't look down, I'm all good.
It turns out that you have a fear of heights.
It's not my favorite thing in the world. No roller coasters, no nothing like that. Not really my jam, but here we are, you know? It's all about the experience, and I'm trying to live it out right here for World Supercross.
There was a little bit of a time where we were concerned that you weren't going to be able to compete at World Supercross. Talk to us about how this Suzuki ride came up.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting the way my deal worked out with Beta. It was a 2-year deal. Ended up getting cut short. We ended up splitting, and then an opportunity opened up with the HEP Twisted Tea Suzuki team, and I really wanted to jump on it. This was actually a big reason why. They did the whole series in the US, and they also did World Supercross. So getting to come back and race is awesome. I'm really, really excited to be back.
We'll go up a little bit higher so we have a little bit more talk time, and so that.
Should we just wait?
We don't have to.
No, it's up to you.
I mean, it's whatever. We don't have to. Calm down. We don't have to go crazy.
Almost got space. He heads for the checkered flag. Well done to Colt Nichols.
Last year you ended the World Supercross Series with a win. That's so good. I was so happy for you. Is that positive? I don't know if it's momentum a few months later, but is it that positivity that can carry you forward going into Vancouver?
I think so. I mean, it's always cool to end anything with a win. Obviously, we've raced a lot in between, the last race in WSX to now, but it is cool, mainly just for the format. Everything's so different in World Supercross, so I felt like I was kind of starting to get it figured out, and then we were done. So now I just know what to expect. Know that I can win one of these races, I think is a big deal since I've done it. So I'm excited too, and I got a really good team on the same bike. I'm not having to do what I did last year, which was like switch back and forth when I go home, and then for WSX be on a different bike. So really just excited about all that.
The format, what are you expecting going into Vancouver? Because it's something different that you have to adjust to.
All the races we do here in the US are typically a little bit longer, and the turnaround time in between the mains at WSX is really quick. So it's just really intense. Sit around for just a second, really intense again. And I think that was the biggest adjustment. It's just making sure you're like race ready pretty quick. Easier said than done sometimes, but I think that's the biggest adjustment. I think it's just making sure you have intensity really, really fast, which sometimes is hard for some guys. Ken is extremely good at it, so I'm going to try and follow in his footsteps a little bit.
Yeah, do you feel like your conditioning is up to point for this?
I do, now that I feel like I've been racing a lot more than I was last year. Did a few outdoors and then just finished off with the SMX series, so I think that'll help me coming in, just having more gate drops.
If we're being honest, World Supercross 2023 was a challenge.
Very much so a challenge, yeah.
Why?
Like I said, I think just position. I put myself in a bad position at pretty much all of the races, and that's not going to get it done with the short races and the talented field, and just want to put myself in a better spot this year. Be in the battle at the beginning of these races, and try and stick there to the end. But like I said, really talented field, and you have to start with those guys to finish there. So that's the main emphasis for this year, for sure.
How do you have a wide bike on the start?
Just got to throw them elbows up.
Yeah.
You got to get a little angry, get a little mean, come into that first turn and just, try to own it. That's pretty much the best you can do.
Yeah, and right now you're so nice and mellow and a little bit scared, a little afraid.
I got a death grip right now on the side of this thing. I'm terrified of this right now, but that's all right.
I feel like since 2021, it's been a bit of a roller coaster for you. How do you manage the highs and the lows of your career?
I think just perspective a little bit. I think, starting where I started my career, was it was a tough road to get to where I was to win that championship. And the highs and lows, you have to just realize we're still blessed to be doing what we're doing. I'm very lucky to get to race dirt bikes. Even though sometimes it sucks, we get injured, we do whatever. I'm still lucky to do what I'm doing. Got to have a good home life and keep everything in perspective. And I feel like I've done a good job with that.
Every series that you step into, you're always listed as a bright talent. You're always a title contender. It's been tricky for you the last couple of years. How do you think that injuries have changed the trajectory of your career?
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could say I've gone through my career with no injuries. That'd be nice, just to see where I could be, But That is part of sport, is staying healthy. There's some guys that can do it, some guys that it's tougher for whatever reason, and you hit the ground, you don't roll as good or something, I don't really know. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see where I would be without him, but we'll never know that. All I can do is keep coming back and put my best foot forward, and I feel like I've done a good job with that. It's really hard to do. It's really hard to do. So, but yeah, I feel like I've done a good job, and keep falling down and getting back up every time, so.
You just mentioned that if you fall, you get up. You got that scrappy attitude. Is that something that's innate, or is that something that you learned?
I would say innate. I feel like I just kind of have that a little bit. I don't know if that's just the way I was raised from my parents. And grew up in Oklahoma and wasn't really supposed to be a dirt bike guy. You know, that wasn't really like a hotbed for dirt bikes. But I just really wanted to do it, and it was a challenge. But I had some really good people right ahead of me. Trey Canard turned pro a few years before me. My buddy Justin Bogle, and I just felt like if they could do it, so could I. So yeah, you just had to be a little scrappy because it wasn't an easy road to get to where I am. So, but it's been fun. It's been a really, really fun, enjoyable ride. Hopefully a few more years to go, and then we'll see where we are after that.
Yeah. Was there one moment where you can remember watching Trey that you just embraced that scrappiness where that became who you are?
Yeah, I mean, Trey won his very first title in Supercross. It was his rookie season in 2008. Beat Ryan Villapoto in pretty dramatic fashion, and he wasn't supposed to win that at all. And that was just Trey. He was so scrappy. He was just a feisty redhead, you know? And I wanted to be that. I wanted to be feisty. I wanted to be scrappy like Trey, and he was a really, really good role model and a good person to look after.
It's so hot.
Holy shit.
Oh, happy. Isn't this insane?
It's pretty wild, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really glad we're doing the interview though. It's making it go by quicker.
You. Yeah. For World Supercross, how would you describe your focus?
Laser. Got to be laser focused. Just because it's so short, you know. So try to put all the emphasis you can on the start. Really, really short race, and yeah, hopefully be a world champion by the end of it. But you have to have laser focus for this one, just because it's so short, so intense, and so many good guys. So just trying to stay locked in as much as possible. Be ready for when that gate drops, and then yeah, at the end of it, hopefully be the last man standing.
What's your pre-race ritual where you get mean, you get mad? What do you do?
You really just got to kind of try to get into your zone, whatever that means. A lot of people, it's listen to music, it's a little meditation. For me, it's maybe a little bit of both. And just to remember why you're there. I think like a big thing for me is just being grateful for the experience, you know. We're blessed that we get to do this. You know, it's like a big, big deal for us to go get to race, and we get paid to do it, entertain these fans. And when I look at it from that perspective, it makes me want to just go perform the best I absolutely can. So that's my approach. It seems to be working. I've been doing this for a while now. So just got to throw my elbows up and make sure I'm like gritty and finish on top.
Yeah. Is there another reason why, besides being grateful, that you're fighting for this?
I just want to be a world champion. I mean, at the end of the day, I think that's like a huge, huge title. You know, Ken's won it the past few years, and I'd love to call myself a world champion. Being a world champ, that's cool as hell. I mean, who wouldn't want that? So that's definitely the goal.
Do you think this World Championship would represent all the heart and dedication and sacrifices that you made if it was Colt Nichols World Champion?
I absolutely think so. I absolutely think so. To call myself a world champion when I was little, that would have been a dream of mine.
Yeah.
So, like I said, there's been a lot of ups and downs, and to have that to my name would be a huge, huge deal. That's what I'm striving for.
Let's talk about your teammate, Ken Roczen. He has that title twice, 2 years in a row. What have you been able to teach him, do you think, since you've become teammates?
I don't know about much. Ken is he's one of the best in the business, the best to do it. I'm actually hoping I can learn a lot from him. That big number one on that yellow Suzuki looks really good, and I'd love that to be mine. So I'm just going to try to learn as much as I can and pick up all the pieces from him. Like I say, he's the best in the business, so that'd be nice.
You guys have pretty different upbringings. How do you compare yours to his?
To put it lightly, Ken is, you know, he was winning races at like 15 years old, kind of a generational talent, you know, when he came through. And my journey to get to where we are, even as teammates, was drastically different. And, you know, I had to kind of go at it a little bit of a hard way. I started racing professional as a privateer, and kind of had to work my way up the ladder and try and get to where I was. And to be able to win a 250 championship was a huge dream of mine in the U.S. here. And now to win like a world championship would be even bigger. And to go against Ken to do it would be pretty cool. I actually raced him on super minis when we were, 12, 13 years old, and to see where his career went, and then where mine went, and the trials and tribulations. That's what makes it what it is. I wouldn't take it any other way. It's the way it was supposed to happen for me, but definitely drastically different journeys to get to where we are.
How do you feel like you're adjusting to the bike? Are you connecting with it?
I really am. Yeah, the bike's been a lot easier to get comfortable on than I anticipated. The team has just done a really good job of getting me comfy, and Ken's been there for a few years now developing this thing, him and Kyle Chisholm, and that's helped out a lot. I feel like we're kind of light years ahead of where I have been. Trying to set the bike up and get comfortable, and everything about that's just been easy. So that part's been really exciting. I didn't expect it to be so easy. So I think we're light years ahead of where we were last year coming into this series, and that makes me really excited.
Colt, what do you think your impact on the team is going to be?
I think impact on the team is hopefully just bringing the good vibes. I mean, that would be ideal for me. This is a really fun group to be around, honestly. It's been a really, really enjoyable experience so far, and getting to travel with these guys across the world is going to be fun. And I'd hopefully results, having a good time, enjoying the company that we're in, and mainly just results. If I can get results, I've done my job. So that's what we're going to try to do.
I can hear the excitement and the authenticity in your voice, so I feel like you're racing for more than just money.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the money is awesome. We have to make a living doing what we're doing, but it's all for the title and the pride, that's on the line. That could be for $1, and we'd all be doing the exact same thing. So you just want to call yourself a world champion, and at the end of the day, that's what I'm striving to do. And money or not, it's just, it's all for the pride.
Are you constantly hungry?
I mean, I feel like you have to be.
Yeah.
In the sport in general, it's just kind of the way that you have to be. You're only as good as your last race, and that's all people seem to remember. Feels like I won my 250 title yesterday, but it also feels like ages ago. So kind of weird the way the sport works. It's like that with any sport. You got to go perform, and you got to keep doing it over and over and over again to keep kind of feeling like you're the man. So. It's good to have a chip on your shoulder if you use it the right way, and I feel like I've done that in my career, and I just hope I can get back to the ways I feel like I were in my 250 days, where I can win, be confident, have the ability to go do it, and I feel like I do still. So I'm excited, ready to chase chase a world championship. It's gonna be tough. A lot of really good guys in this class, but I'm really excited. It'll be fun.
What are your expectations with Vancouver?
Vancouver, I think is going to be a fun one for us. New city, new everything, and the expectation is just to go and try and see where we are. I've never raced Supercross with this team, with this bike. It's going to be new for me, but getting through the SMX series here was really good. We learned a lot, and trying to bounce some ideas off Ken. But overall, I'm just excited. I mean, I don't know where I'm going to be at. Hopefully up towards the front, but time will tell. We'll see.
You guys are heading to Perth. Mm-hmm. What are your expectations there?
I hope the crowd is as hyped as it was last year for Melbourne. It was a really, really fun event. It seems like every time we go to Australia, they get really excited, and I'm excited to go back, see some family. I think we'll stay maybe a week after, relax, and go directly from there to Abu Dhabi. So I'm really excited, looking forward to Australia. It's literally like my favorite one of the year. So it'll be fun. I'm really excited.
Colt, thank you so much. Again, I'm so grateful that you were game for this little wild hair adventure. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been amazing.
Of course. Thank you guys for having us. I appreciate it.
It's fun.
Death grip in this damn thing though still. I'm not gonna let go. I've been like this the whole damn time. That was ridiculous.